Hello, everybody. We are back with the Whole Sha-Bang Podcast. This is episode number 2. I am your host, Ben, or the great Bambino.
Yep, and I am your co-host, Cruzo, also known as Cruz.
We're here back again, doing this again. We thought you guys were gonna stop hearing from us. No. We are back. We are gonna do our predictions today for Week 1 of the NFL. But before that, we just kind of want to give you guys a little insight onto why we started doing this podcast. Basically, what you hear on this podcast is what we talk about.
Yeah, without all the equipment and without everything.
Yeah, like we're always talking about sports and stuff, and we just have a whole bunch of opinions, and we just thought, screw it, let's just record it and see where it goes from here.
Yeah, just to try it out,
we're having fun. We hope all you guys listening are going to enjoy this. Spread the word. Tell your friends tell their friends. And
tell your mama.
Yeah. Yeah. But let's go with this.
All right, so for predictions, we're going to predict who wins. We're going to predict the score and the MVP player of the game. MVP player of the game.
So first off, we got Thursday night football. Woohoo! Football is back.
Finally.
Thursday night, we got the Green Bay Packers versus the Chicago Bears. I'll go first. All right. I'm gonna have the Packers winning this game. They won last year in the season opener against the Bears. Remember that game?
Yeah.
Well, I got the Packers winning, and the score. Well, we'll say about 24-17. With the player of the game is going to be Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers. I think the Bears might take this one. Player of the game, I'm going to just say Trubisky. And score, I'm going to say 27-24.
All right, close game.
Yeah.
All right. Next off, we got the Los Angeles Rams versus the Carolina Panthers. Rams
all day.
I think Rams. I do think it'll be a lot closer than people think it is. I don't know what the spread is. I'll do a score of about 38-14, and player of the game will be Aaron Donald.
Oh, yeah. Wow, that's a good pick. I'm going with Rams also. For score, I'm gonna have to say 30-17. And player of the game might have to be Jared Goff.
Another quarterback. All right, let's see. You want to start off? No one do the next one?
Yeah, so next game we have Redskins versus the Eagles. I'm obviously going to go with the Eagles. I think the Redskins still need some help offensive-wise. But the MVP player of the game for the Eagles, I'm going to go with the running back. And score? Let's say 27-10.
27-10. All right. I'm going to have an upset the Redskins.
Wow.
I'm going to have an upset with the Redskins. I think it'll be a close game, about 17-10. And I'm going to give player of the game to Darius Goose. Goose? How do you say his last name? LSU running back, towards ACL first year. Well, that guy. All right. Next off, we got the Buffalo Bills versus the New York Jets.
This one's going to be hard.
Tough to watch.
Yeah, this one's going to be hard.
I'm going to go with the Jets. I like Darnold a lot. I'm a huge Sam Darnold fan. I think the Giants should have drafted him last year. I think they would have been much better off. I'm going to go with the Jets, and I'm going to say a score of 14-10.
Okay.
I think it's going to be a low-scoring offense, and I got Sam Darnold being the player of the game.
Okay, I have Jets also. Player of the game, I have to go with Le'Veon Bell. First game back. Ooh. You forgot about that, didn't you?
Yeah, I did. I actually did. I don't think he'll be good this year, though.
I think so. Score, I'm going to go 21-14.
Okay. All right. Atlanta Falcons versus the Minnesota Vikings.
That one's going to be tough.
I have a lot of faith in the Falcons this year.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're gonna have a really good offense. Not only because I have Julio Jones on my fantasy team, and I think Kirk Cousins is not good enough for the Vikings, so I'm gonna go with the Falcons, and I'm gonna say a score of 35 to 21. I think 35-21. And player of the game, I'm going to give it to Devontae Freeman.
Devontae Freeman. I'm going to have to go with Falcons also. But my player of the game is going to be on the opposing team. I'm going to have to say Dalvin Cook.
I'm anticipating Dalvin Cook's return. I think he was really good before he got hurt.
Mm-hmm. But score-wise, I'm going to have to say 27-21.
Okay. All right. Next off, we got the Kansas City Chiefs. Yeah, should we just say Kansas City Chiefs win?
Yeah, versus Jags?
Yeah, I think we'll just Chiefs every week. Chiefs.
Mahomes.
Yeah, which Mahomes player of the game. Probably some score of like 42-10.
Tyreek Hill of 80-yard touchdown.
Yeah. All right, let's go to the next game. You go.
We got Ravens and Dolphins. What do you think?
Ravens and Dolphins. I think the Ravens are gonna win. Breakout performer probably gonna be Lamar Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
He'll probably run for a few touchdowns. Score wise, I'll say 24. I'll say 24-3.
24-3.
Bold.
Oh wow.
I don't even know who the Dolphins have.
I'm gonna just go with the Dolphins as an upset. They have Fitzmagic. So I'm gonna say
I forgot he's only good for 2 weeks.
Yeah, just to start.
2 weeks.
So I'm gonna say he's gonna go and be the player of the game. Score wise, I'm gonna have to say 2017. Something close.
All right. Next we got the Tennessee Titans versus the Cleveland Browns, the highly anticipated Cleveland Browns.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna go with the Titans on this one.
Oh wow.
They are on the road, but I just think the Browns, they remind me a lot of the Niners in 20 last year.
Yeah.
2018 Niners where, they had all the hype with Garoppolo, and so I just think that they're going to have the same little outcome as us. Titans are a pretty good team still.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're not bad. Mariota has to fix some things up, but I'm going to give the Titans a win, and I'm going to give a score of 28-13.
I'm going to have to go with Browns.
That's okay.
The defense, they're not bad. And they have Odell.
It doesn't hurt when you got Myles Garrett.
Yeah. And, I think player of the game, I'm not sure on that one. I'm going to just say Baker Mayfield.
Yeah.
He has a lot of weapons on him. He can use them.
All right.
They'll give him his.
You want to take the next few?
Yeah, and then for the score-wise, I'm going to say 27-14. Next up, we got the Colts versus the Chargers. I'm going to have to go, obviously, with the Chargers. The Colts, quarterback Andrew Luck just retired. So, I don't think they'll be fit and ready for the game.
We should probably talk about that after we're done. Andrew Luck's retirement. That's a big segment to talk about.
But also Melvin Gordon with the Chargers, too.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to just say the Chargers. I'm going to say Phillip Rivers, player of the game. I feel like he's going to obviously throw over like 275 yards, obviously.
All right. I also have the Chargers.
Go ahead.
I've loved this Chargers team since about 2 years ago.
2 years
Every
ago.
year I have them as my Super Bowl sleeper.
Okay.
I just think I like the offense. I mean, that was with Melvin Gordon, but I still think I like Keenan Allen. I like Phillip Rivers. The defense, I love the defense. Joey Bosa. It hurts that Derwin James got injured.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long he'll be out. He's a real talent. So I have the Chargers on this one. Score about 35-28.
Not bad. Next game, we have the Bengals and the Seahawks. I'm going to go with Seahawks. I'm gonna say the score 27-17. I'm gonna say player of the game is gonna go to Tyler Boyd only because I want him to be the player of the game because he's on my fantasy league.
All right. So you got the Seahawks winning, but the Bengals player being the
Yeah.
All right. That sounds about right when you're playing fantasy. All right. I'm also gonna take the Seahawks. No AJ Green for the Bengals. So who knows how their season's gonna go. The Seahawks just got Jadeveon Clowney, so their D line stacks. So I'll take the Seahawks. I don't think it'll be a high scoring game. I'll take them. I'll say about 16-10.
Okay.
And player of the game, I'm gonna tough one. I'm gonna say it's Chris Carson.
All right. Next game we have
Next
the Niners.
game, man, Niners.
Buccaneers. Niners obviously gonna win. Let's hope. Let's knock on wood. Let's not jinx the first game of the season. But I think Matt Breida is gonna be the player of the game. Score. It's either between Matt Breida and George Kittle, but score-wise, I'm going to say 27-10.
27-10. All right. Go Niners. I'm going to go Niners here. I think they're going to win about 45-3. Only kidding. No, but for real, I got the Niners here. I say a score of about 28-10, 28-13, somewhere around there. And the player of the game is going to be Nick Bosa.
Nick Bosa.
If he plays,
I sure
Nick
hope
Bosa.
so.
If he doesn't play, then I'm going to give it to George Kittle.
Yeah.
Next, we got the New York Giants versus the Dallas Cowboys. NFC East rivalry. Looks like the Cowboys are going to go without Ezekiel Elliott. I still have the Cowboys winning.
Yeah.
Player of the game will probably be Dak Prescott. Score-wise, I'm not so sure about this one.
It's going to be low. Score-wise, I'm going to say 17-10.
17-10. Yeah, I'll go 17-10 as well.
I got the Cowboys winning also. Player of the game is going to go to the Giants side, Saquon Barkley. He's a beast. He's a beast.
Boring.
He's a beast.
He's all right.
Next game, we got the Lions versus the Cardinals. I'm going to go with the Lions.
Neither? Tie.
Yeah, I didn't know who to pick. But
are these the two worst teams in the NFL right now?
Maybe. We'll see by the end of the game who's the worst. But I got the Lions. I don't think Murray's there yet. But score-wise, it's going to be 14-10. I'm going to go low. And player of the game is going to be the new running back for the Lions.
Kerryon Johnson. All right. I also take the Lions on this one. I'll probably say a score of I say Lions win 21-10. Player of the game, I'm gonna give it out to Matt Stafford.
Okay.
Next up, Pittsburgh Steelers versus the New England Patriots.
Sunday night,
probably game of the week. I'm gonna take the Steelers.
Yeah, Patriots always start off sucking.
Yeah, but the Patriots are at home. I'll take it back. I'm going to go with the Patriots. Patriots are at home. Steelers, they're going through a whole lot. Lost Antonio Brown, lost Le'Veon Bell. So I'm going to take the Patriots in this one. I'm going to take the Patriots about, I want to say 31 to 19. I think 31-19. And then the player of the game, I'm going to give this one out to Sony Michel. I think he's going to have a big game.
Mm-hmm.
They have him, the Patriots are using him more as a pass catcher now, even though he's a bad pass catcher.
Yeah.
But they're working on that with him, so I think he'll be a everyday back for them. So I say he'll be player of the game.
Yeah, well, let's not rush him into it because I have James White on my fantasy league also. But I'm going to go with the Steelers in the upset. I'm going to have to say Smith-Schuster player of the game. Score-wise, I'm going to say 27-20 something low.
Speaking about fantasy, we're at the end of the podcast, we're actually going to go over our fantasy team. We had our fantasy draft last night. And let me tell you, it was a lot of trash talk.
A lot. It took super long.
It took forever. People using the whole minute and 30 days like it's the real NFL draft.
Yeah.
So we're actually gonna talk about our fantasy, and we'll probably go over every week how our fantasy teams did.
Mm-hmm.
But we got the Houston Texans versus the New Orleans Saints. That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
It's Monday night. Oh man, I'm gonna take the New Orleans Saints on this one. I think they're the heavy favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll be a close, high octane offensive game. I'm gonna take the Saints on this one. It's gonna be a tough one. I say I'm gonna say 45-38.
45-38. Wow.
45-38.
Yeah, that might be a high scoring game.
And Saints player of the game is gonna be Alvin Kamara.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the Texans for the win. Because F it. Player of the game, DeAndre Hopkins.
Man, I love DeAndre Hopkins.
I love Deshaun Watson also. Have him on my fantasy
DeAndre
league.
Hopkins, best wide receiver in the NFL right now.
Score-wise,
debate me on that.
I'm not. Score-wise, I'm going to go 31-27.
Next, we got the fake best receiver in the NFL, Antonio Brown's Raiders versus the Denver Broncos. Also on Monday night, a late Monday night.
This one I really don't care about.
I don't really care about this one. It's two crappy teams, Broncos and the Raiders.
But let's go Broncos.
Yeah. I'm going to take the Raiders in this one.
Yeah.
I think they're at home. Last season in Oakland, I think the fans might bring a little extra, even though they're pretty bad. Player of the game, I'm going to go with... Shit, I don't even know. I don't like anyone on the Raiders. So, no, I'll say no player of the game. Just kidding. I think it'll be Phillip Lindsay for the Broncos. I think he'll have a big game.
Mm-hmm.
I don't expect this to be a high-scoring game, unlike the other Monday night game, but
maybe 14-10.
Yeah, I'll probably give it. I'll say 17-6.
Oh wow, I'm gonna go with the Raiders. Also, the Broncos, they don't have a quarterback, but if they
Joe Flacco's not a quarterback.
He's a little too
won a
old.
Super Bowl.
Yeah, fuck him.
A long time ago.
Against our team. But if they want Nick Mullins, give me a call. Player of the game, I'm going to just say Derek Carr because I don't really know anyone on the Raiders. But score-wise, like I said, 17-10, I think I said.
Yeah, and with that, that's our picks for the week. Don't hold these picks against us if you're doing a draft. You're picking your teams for Vegas betting. No, don't come back to us.
Yeah, what do we know?
What do we know? Yeah, we're just two randos.
We just like to talk.
With that, we're gonna take a quick little break and we'll be back. All right, we are back. Like we promised, we're gonna talk about our fantasy teams.
Yep.
So we had our fantasy draft last night at about 10:45 p.m.
Yeah, ended about a little over midnight. I think.
Yeah, it was ridiculous, man. I was like, I'm so done with this. But so we'll just say what our draft position was and who we had.
Okay, yeah. So my draft position was second. Let's see. Quarterback, I got Deshaun Watson. Running back, these are all my starters, by the way. Running back, I got McCaffrey. I got Aaron Jones from Green Bay. I got Smith-Schuster from Pittsburgh. I got Tyreek Hill. Tight end, I got Jared Cook. Flex, I got Tyler Boyd. I'm going to be starting the Chargers defense this week. And the kicker, I got Bryant from Atlanta. And bench, I got running back James White. I've got wide receiver Robbie Anderson. I got another quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger. I've also got the Saints defense. I've got Eric Ebron as another tight end. I got Hines from the Colts as a backup running back. And I've got the Dallas wide receiver, Michael Gallup. Not bad.
Not bad. All right. So I had the 8th pick in this draft, which I will say was completely rigged because the owner of the fantasy does not like me. Shout out to John.
Shout out to John.
Neighbor. Okay, so I had the 8th pick, and so my quarterback is Aaron Rodgers. My 2 running backs are Kerryon Johnson and Marlon Mack. My 2 receivers are Michael Thomas and Julio Jones. My starting tight end is George the Goat Kittle.
Wow.
Best tight end in the NFL. My flex, I got Allen Robinson. My starting defense is going to be the Los Angeles Rams, and my kicker is that kicker from the Houston Texans, which I've never heard before.
I've heard about him. I
Fair
just don't know
Byron.
I don't know how to say his name.
On the bench, I got Duke Johnson Jr., Will Fuller, David Njoku, Peyton Barber, Corey Davis, Phillip Rivers, and the Colts defense. I think I got a good draft.
Yeah.
I think I had a really good draft. Only thing that really messed me up was Julio Jones and Michael Thomas having the same bye week. Really did not pay attention to that. I was like, yeah, I'm calm. First 2 picks, yeah, give me these 2.
Yeah, I've got a couple that have the same bye week also.
So, yeah, so we're going to, every week, we're going to basically give you guys an update on how our fantasy team is going, how many points we got, if we won, if we lost, who we're picking up, who we're losing, who we think are going to be good pickups. We're going to give you all the fantasy news. We'll have a special day just for fantasy. Yeah. I think we should have a special day just for fantasy.
Maybe have some people from our fantasy league
we'll have
come by.
Some guests from our fantasy league team.
John, he gonna talk?
Nah, I don't want him.
No.
But yeah, we'll have like a special day, maybe like on Friday, where we can right before the game start, and we can just talk everything about fantasy.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, let's have a conversation about the Mr. Andrew Luck. Well, I believe it was a week ago, 2 weeks ago, he announced his retirement. Obviously, we didn't have the podcast up. We were still setting some things up, so we haven't had a chance to talk about it. But I'm gonna have a few little thoughts. My co-host actually left, so it's just me right now. It's the beauty of podcasting. I think it's a tough thing. You know, football's a tough sport. You can't call him soft. I think he's not. He's one of the toughest quarterbacks I've ever seen. And being that he played for Stanford, and my sister actually went to Stanford. She went for summer for some STEM program. And you know, Stanford's close to home. It's they were a really good team. I remember watching them when Harbaugh was coaching them. When Luck, and then David Shaw, he's a good coach out there right now. So I have a few Stanford. Stanford holds close, but Mr. Luck, smart kid, tough kid, one of the best quarterbacks. I mean, people calling him a bust. He's not a bust. I mean, he's far from a bust. He was one of the best. Just couldn't stay healthy. Had a bad O-line in front of him. If he says he's mentally gone, it's too much to recover from. It's because it is. I mean, you see him play. It happens to all kinds of players. Just never of this magnitude. I wouldn't be surprised if he comes back in a year or two when he's fully 100% feeling, because obviously his health is number one concern. I think I want to talk about a little bit more when my co-host comes back for the next episode. Other than that, I think we're going to wrap this up. Thank you for listening. This is the Whole Shebang Podcast. You can find us on iTunes, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and YouTube. I think on Sunday we're going to start using the camera to do a video recording for the podcast on YouTube. We're gonna have guests coming out on Thursday. Two of our closest friends. They're gonna be funny. They're funny. They're comedians. They joke around. They got a lot of stories to tell, so that'll be a good one. Listen for that. It won't be much sports, but it'll be a fun one. Other than that, you can find us on iTunes. You can find us on Spotify. You can find us on Google Podcasts. We're working on getting on Stitcher, basically everywhere where you can get your podcasts. You can find us on our social media. Again, we'll have the handles on the description. Mine is at the TG Bambino 15, and my co-host is at the Cruzos. So that's TheCruzzo, and mine is TGBenbino 15. Thank you very much. Thanks for listening. That'll be all. See ya. We're out.